Om Sri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. In last class, we learned about Shadvidha Linga Prakara. So, what is Shadvidha Linga? And through the logic, through the various using the various indicators, Shadlinga, 6 types we discussed last day. There, Atma's Ekatva, oneness has been proved. So, Prabala Yukti, terrible logic, applying all the logics, ultimate logic, Atma's oneness has been proved. What about we will get in Brahma Sutra book? But always it is not required because some people with their own tapasya, spiritual practice, their anubhava, with the pure mind, what they feel, understands that oneness of Atma. Yes, it is true. In Karma Kanda of Veda, a lot of karmas are prescribed. But in Veda, nowhere it is written that karma is real. Karma satya, ये कहीं नहीं बताया गया. In whose mind it's very firm conviction that karma is, that whole universe is real, doership is real, manyness is real. For them, suddenly if you tell, no, Atma is one and there is only one Atma, in that way, in their antakarana, in their mind, that vritti, that thought process will not be created. So knowledge will not take place. What knowledge? The knowledge of oneness of Atma. That is why this karma kanda is prescribed in Veda. Now, see, think deeply. There is a snake. That delusion, if is there, suppose there is a rope actually, but out of delusion, I think it is snake. In two process, that sarpa bhranti, that delusion of snake goes up. That someone very reliable, I love, I respect, I am having enough trust, faith on that person. If that person tells, hey, it's a rope, not a snake. So my sarpa bhrama, the delusion of snake, goes up. In another process is there, someone will tell, lit up the light, then with that light, you go in front of the snake, then you will find actually it is not snake, it is rope. Means with the light of the fire, my delusion goes. Or suppose it is told that some gems reflects light, Mani Prabha. Some 1 meter distance, there is a gem and it is lighting. So it goes that when we go off, we can understand that this is a gem. So this, suppose one Brahma is called Phaladayak Brahma. But another Brahma is there, this is called Vishamvadi Brahma. What is that Vishamvadi Brahma? That on the seashore, we are roaming. And we see in the scorching heat sun, we see that, oh my God, there is silver, silver, silver. But when we pick it up, we see, no, it's a seashell. So the thing is, that is called Vishamvadi Brahma, because we are not getting silver out of the seashell. Likewise, in Karma Kandatmaka Veda, a lot of karmas are prescribed, but in Atma, there is no karma. So in Atma, there is no karma, but through Veda, karma upadesha is there. आत्मा में कर्म नहीं है वास्तव में, परंतु आत्मा में कर्म का उपदेश है. ये उपदेश भ्रांत उपदेश होने की बावजूद भी इस उपदेश को संवादी भ्रम का जनक कहलाते. Those upadesha, those teachings of karma in Veda, which is superimposed on Atma, they are the father of Samvadi Brahma. Lastly, we heard Vishamvadi Brahma. Vishamvadi Brahma, or this is such a delusion where we don't get anything else. Because from seashell, we are having the delusion of silver, but we don't get silver out of it. But in Veda Karma Kanda, that is also Brahma on Atma, but this is Samvadi Brahma. Because through this karma, a lot of results are there. And the main result, the ultimate result we get, that is purity of mind. So something we get. So this is called Samvadi Brahma. So the person who is having a lot of desire, that I will be that, I will be a doctor, I will be an artist, I will be an engineer, or I will have wife, children, I will have, a house in Silicon Valley. All such desires people are having according to their level. So when person has the desire in the result of action, then for them, Sakama, Shastriya karma has been prescribed in Veda. What is Sakama karma? Now that karma which creates, which produces result. But according to Sureshwaracharya ji, and in the commentary of Jnanatvama, it is written that yes, in Shastriya karma, scriptural karma, or karma prescribed in scriptures, there we, as a result, we get heaven like higher loka, but little bit purity of mind also is gained. In Naishkarma Siddhi 1, chapter 1, 45th verse, it is told, Tasaivam dukkha taptasya kathanchit punyashilanam nityeha kshalita dhiyo vairagya jayate ridhi. So, in its commentary, Jnanottama commentary, it is there that Kamye Punyopyanusangiki Shuddharasti Tato Nitya Anusthane Buddhihi Utpadyate Evam Nitye Haya Nitya Karma Anushthanena Vishuddha Buddhehe Kamya Karma Phaleshu Vairagyam Jayate Ityartha. That through Shastriya Karma, a lot of merits are incurred. We can acquire a lot of merits, but we get little bit of purity of mind. So, when through various karma, Swarga Phala karma, Agnihotra, then so many, Putreshti Yajna, then Ayusha Yajna, a lot of rituals. When through this my mind is a little bit pure, then slowly, people does Nitya Karma. Because Nitya Karma is obligatory duties. There nothing happens except Chitta Shuddhi. No other result comes. So people who are very much karma oriented, they incline in Nitya Karma, daily obligatory duties. And in that, our mind becomes pure and we get dispassionate in Kamya Karma, desirous karma. In Naishkarmya Siddhi, Sureshwaracharya ji clearly told that first, whenever our mind becomes pure through Shastriya Kamya Karma, Kamya Karma is desire-based karma. When performing this karma according to scripture, not by my own, whatever written in Shastra, if I do for a long time, then there is purity of mind is occurred. From then, we have the desire to do nitya karma, daily obligatory duties. From there, dharma bhavana comes. From that dharma bhavana, from that righteous thinking, virtuous thinking, sins get destroyed. Papka vinasata. And second is, with that pure mind, we can understand the swarupa of samsara, the intrinsic nature of this whole world. And we become dispassionate about the world and the worldly karma and worldly result. And whenever the vairagya comes, we become desirous of moksha. Whenever the dispassion comes, with a correct understanding, by knowing its actuality, then we want to be free from all those worldly snares. Whenever a person is desirous for emancipation, liberation, moksha, he starts finding out the way how to get rid of samsara. संसार से कैसे मुक्ति मिले, इसका उपाय ढूंढना चालू कर देते. Then सर्व कर्म संन्यास, सम्यक रूपेण न्यास. Then all karma, from all karma, he takes sannyasa, full stop. Then he starts yoga abhyasa, practicing yoga. In yoga, what happens? In the first sutra of Yoga Sutra, it is there, yogas chitta vritti nirodha. In yoga, our all thoughts become single pointed, or all thoughts gets disappeared. Okay. Then so all thoughts become one thought, and it becomes atma bhimukhi, inclined to atma. And then with that mind, whenever we hear the word tattvamasi svetapati, one mantra is enough for having the knowledge. If the gunpowder is very dry, one small ignition, one small sparkle is enough. Our gunpowder was kept beside a sea or on the seashore. That is why our internal gunpowder is very damped, moistured. That is why karma is needed to make it dry. And through that dry, in one sparkle, the fire of knowledge will take place. So, karma kandatmaka Veda, the Veda which prescribes a lot of karmas. It is the father of samvadi brahma. It's the father of delusion. But what kind of delusion? रिजल्ट ओरिएंटेड डिल्यूशन, बिकॉज इस भ्रम से फल प्राप्ति होता है, अविसंवादी भ्रम नहीं। फिर भी दिस इज फ्रेंड ऑफ अस। क्लियर? लोगों का परम हितकारी है। So commentator in this way supported the karma kanda of Veda. So in Upadghata Bhashya, Bhashyakar has written in Upasamhara, in last, that Tasmat ete mantra vijnanam utpadayanti. Tasmat means that is why when conclusion comes, the sentence starts with Tasmat. Tasmat ete mantra vijnanam utpadayanti. So those Upanishad mantras are not connected with karma. There is no connection with karma. And what it is? Vijnanam utpadanti. They produces knowledge. How? Atmanaha yathatmya prakashena vijnanam utpadanti. By producing the actual intrinsic nature of Atma with that knowledge. So, Atmanaha yathatmya. This is called in grammar anatikramya yathatmam. This is called avaibhava samasa. Here, Atmana Shabda is Artha Swarupa. And Yathatmyam eva Yathatmyam Swarte Syam. Yathatmyam means Yatha Swarupa, as like the intrinsic nature. So, Íśavasya mantras Atma's Yatha Swarupa Prakash ke dwara. Prakash means here effulgence means knowledge. But Bhashyakara says Prakashanena Atmaikatvadi Jnanam Utpadayanti. So through mantra, Atmas or mantra expresses या यथात्म स्वरूप of आत्मा. उन्होंने बताया मंत्र आत्मा की यथा स्वरूप प्रकाश करते हैं. मीन्स आत्मा की एकत्वादी ज्ञान उत्पन्न करते हैं. It produces the knowledge of oneness of Atma. So two times it is happens. When one thing is expressed many times in Shastra, this is called Punaravritti dosha or Punarukti dosha. Repetition, the flaw of repetition. That's why Atmanaha Yathatmya Prakashanena, that the actual meaning we have to translate it in that way. By creating the secondary knowledge of Atma. So first, paroksha ज्ञान की उत्पन्न होता है. secondary knowledge of Atma has been produced. Atma, Eka, Vishuddha, Nitya, Shuddha, Buddha, Mukta, all such, when it's in the word level, it's a secondary knowledge. इसमें बोध में बोध नहीं. So first, this Upanishad mantra, that clarification of Atma, creates the secondary meaning of Atma. Then, through meditation, contemplation, manana, nididhyasana, that Vedanta Artha Vichar, whenever we do, then only tatra ka shokaha kaha mohaha. All our greeds, all our delusion, everything go off. How? Through aparoksha jnana, direct knowledge. All the delusion, grief, anger, jealousy, sense of doership means shoka, moha, raga, dvesha, kartritva, enjoyership, sense of enjoyership, bhoktritva. They are all samsara dharma. Samsara means anatma adhyasta atma. When in atma we superimpose anatma, in that superimposed atma, there is all grief, all delusion, all anger, jealousy, sense of doership, sense of enjoyership, everything is anatma dharma. And what is anatma? When the anatma is superimposed on atma. So that all those anatma dharma only can be destroyed, distracted by the direct knowledge, aparoksha jnanam of swarupa jnana, the knowledge of the intrinsic nature of Atma, the oneness of Atma. Indirect knowledge can't destroy all those delusion, illusion, grief, etc. Because what is the moola karana, the root cause of all such things? That is anadi ajnana, eternal ignorance. When eternal ignorance, root cause, when root cause will be distracted, then there is no grief, no delusion. Clear? So Bhashyakara has told Atma Vishayam Swabhavika Ajnanam, Swabhavikam Ajnanam Nivartayantaha Atmaikatvadi Vijnanam Utpadanti. Atma Vishaya Jnana उत्पन्न होने के बाद, अपरोक्ष ज्ञान होने के बाद, everything goes on. Now some little bit grammar, that nivartantayaha, nivartayantaha. It is Shatri Pratyaya, means cause. In Panini Sutra 3.2.126, it is there, Lakshana Hetvoho Kriyayaha. हेतु अर्थ क्या? मी पूर्वक, वृतु धातु, णिच and Shratri Pratyaya. So, Swabhavik Ajnanam, natural ignorance, means Anadi Ajnana, eternal ignorance. So, what is Swabhava? Svabhavah. নিজেই নিজে হয়ে যাওয়া। When we becomes we, I becomes actual I. That apparent I becomes actual I. That is swabhava. Swabhava. Because swabhav is my own abode, nija bhavan, nija satya. So swabhave bhava means swabhave sthita, swabhavika. Swabhavik means swabhave sthita. Don't try to translate it because swabhavika is natural. So here natural means what I am actually. Because what is not there, you know, whose cause is not there, that is anadi, eternal. So swabhavik means anadi. According to Vedanta, anadi ajnan, atma vishayak and atma sruta. What about ignorance of what? Ignorance of atma. So atma vishayak ajnana, but atma asrita. It's not independent. What is the Maya Sangha Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji gave? Brahmasrita Maya. Maya is not independent. Likewise, that ignorance is not independent. It is dependent on Atma. So, Atma Vishaya Jnaan ke dwara hi Ajnaan Nivritta hota hai. Clear? So, tasmadete mantra atmaikatvad vijnanam utpadayanti. In Bhashya, Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji has written. And those mantras, Upanishad mantras, expresses the actuality, yathartha swarupa of Atma. That is why anadi ajnanam ka nivritta ho jata hai. And Atma ki ekatvadi vijnanam, oneness of Atma, that supreme knowledge is gained, is produced, and adhikari vishaya sambandha prayajana. We discussed anubandha chatushtaya, not sadhana chatushtaya. Adhikar, that anubandha chatushtaya is who is the right candidate, what is the subject matter, what is the relationship, and what is the purpose. So in which shastra that anubandha chatushtaya is not there, that shastra is not studied by any vidwan, any viveki. So now the question may be there that in Íśopanișad mantra, where is that adhikari vishaya prayajana, sambandha prayajana? So in that answer, it is told, Bhashyakar told in this phrase, tasmadete mantraha vijnanam utpadanti. So what is the purpose of mantras? Ajnana nivritti, destruction of ignorance. And in Vedanta, destruction of ignorance, ajnana nivritti, is emancipation, is liberation, is mukti. Because according to Vedanta, Atma is eternal, nitya, shuddha, pure. There is no bondage, bandhan nahi, and no mukti also, no liberation also. Because Atma is liberated always. Through ignorance, we think Atma is baddha, Atma is bound. Ajnan ke nivritti hi mukti. The destruction of ignorance is emancipation. You need not, you no need to do anything. Not no need to do nothing, like Pink Floyd song, Do negative means positive. It is not there. It is, you no need to do anything. Just get rid of ignorance of Atma. Mukti is there always. It is eternal. So, because Ananda Atma, Ananda Atmaka, Atma Swarupa. आनंद प्राप्ति को ही मुक्ति कहलाता है. Getting, acquiring that supreme bliss is actually emancipation. So those mantras are Ajnana Nivrittakari, the destroyer of ignorance. Who is the listener of this mantra? Sravana Adhikari. He gets emancipation, mukti. Who is the right candidate? I told Chitta Shuddhakari. So all the mantras are Ajnana Vinashakari, Muktidai. And Bhashyakara, commentator, will slowly explain the mantras. Hari Om Tat Sat.